Hey there, tech lovers and history buffs. Ever heard of a company taking back thousands of its own products and burying them like some ancient treasure? Well, buckle up, because Apple did just that. With the Apple Lisa computers back in 1989, imagine finding a goldmine of rare tech, only for the original owner to say, "Nah, we're crushing these and sending them to a landfill." And guess what? It wasn't 7,000 like some say, it's more like 2,700. Wait, what? Let's dive into this wild story, and trust me, it's got twists, laughs, and a bit of heartbreak. Why would Apple do something so drastic? It's a fascinating tale of tech history. But oof, those poor computers. So let's start with the star of our show, the Apple Lisa. Launched in 1983, this baby was one of the first with a graphical user interface and a mouse. That's right, before Windows was a thing, the Lisa was clicking around. But oh boy, it had issues. The design was so compact it overheated like a microwave left on too long. And the price? $9,995, nearly $30,000 today. That's more than my rent for a year, and I'm pretty sure it crashed more than my Wi-Fi during a Zoom call. Did you know it sold only about 100,000 units before getting the boot in 1986? It was a pioneer, but a pricey one that flopped hard. It paved the way for the Mac, so not all was lost. Imagine paying that much for a computer that overheats. Enter Bob Cook, the hero, or should I say the dreamer of our story. Founder of Sun Remarketing, Bob was like the tech world's thrift shopper. He'd already saved 3,500 Apple III computers, another Apple flop, and thought, why not give the Lisa a second chance? In 1985, he struck a deal with Apple to buy up to 7,000 Lisas at a discount. His plan? Fix them up, upgrade them, and resell for a profit. I mean, who wouldn't want to turn tech trash into treasure? He was like, I'll make these Lisas cool again. But how did he plan to sell so many? Little did he know Apple had other plans. Gotta love a guy with vision. Oh, the drama that's coming. September 1989 rolls around and boom, Apple demands all the remaining Lisas back. No explanation, just hand them over, Bob. A truck shows up at Sun Remarketing's warehouse and every single Lisa gets loaded up. Where did they go? A landfill in Logan, Utah. That's right, Apple crushed and buried them. Approximately 2,700 Lisas gone forever. I'm picturing security guards like, don't try to save these folks, we're on a mission. It's like Apple said, these computers? Nah, let's make them landfill art. Why Logan, Utah, of all places? They didn't just take them back, they destroyed them. At least it's a story for the ages. Talk about a gut punch for Bob and tech historians. Okay, why would Apple do this? Theories abound. Maybe they feared second-hand Lisas would flop and tarnish their shiny brand. Or it's all about control. Apple's always been like, our ecosystem, our rules. And then there's Steve Jobs, who had a rocky history with the Lisa. Did he want to erase it from history? Who knows? But let's be real, imagining Apple's board meeting, let's bury them in Utah, it'll be fine. Meanwhile, the seagulls at the landfill are probably like sweet, free computer parts. Was it really about taxes or something deeper? Steve Jobs might have had a personal vendetta. It's wild to think about corporate decisions like this. Poor Bob, watching his dream get crushed. This isn't the first time a company buried its failures. Remember Atari? In 1983, they buried millions of unsold ET cartridges in a landfill. Talk about a gaming graveyard. Both Apple and Atari were like, let's just pretend these never happened. But here's the kicker. Some folks dug up those Atari games years later and it became a legend. Maybe one day, someone will dig up the Lisas and boot one up. Imagine that, a Lisa rising from the ashes. Could there be a Lisa treasure hunt in our future? Both companies chose landfills, but for different reasons. It's cool to see history repeat in a way. Still, what a waste of tech history. Let's hear from the big shots. Steve Jobs once said, sometimes when you innovate, you make mistakes. It is best to admit them quickly and get on with improving your other innovations. Well, Steve, burying the Lisas doesn't scream admit quickly to me. And Tim Cook, Apple's current CEO, talks about learning from the past, but I bet he'd raise an eyebrow at this one. It's like, guys, maybe don't destroy history next time. How would Jobs justify this today? His quote fits, but the action? Yikes. Learning from mistakes is always inspiring, but destroying evidence? Not so much. Let's throw in some numbers. The Lisa had 1 megabyte of RAM, which was decent back then, but it cost a fortune compared to the IBM PC. which was $1,565 to $6,200, only 100,000 leases sold, while a working one today can fetch $50,000 at auction. And get this, destroying electronics like this? Not great for the environment, especially when Apple now brags about being eco-friendly. It's like, hey, remember when we buried computers? Good times. How much would those leases be worth now if saved? Today's Apple would probably recycle, not bury. It's amazing how tech values change. Such a waste back then, though. Fast forward to now, and Apple's all about sustainability. They design products to minimize environmental impact, and I'm like, where was this energy in 1989? It's ironic, isn't it? Back then, they're burying computers, and today they're like, save the planet. It's like Apple had a midlife crisis and decided, let's be green now. But hey, better late than never, right? How did Apple turn eco-warrior after this? From landfill to leadership in green tech. Good on them for changing. Still, ouch, those buried leases. Ouch. So, what's the takeaway? This story shows even giants like Apple make big mistakes, and sometimes they go to extremes to fix them. For Bob Cook, it was a dream dashed, and for tech historians, it's a lost chapter. But hey, let's laugh a bit. Imagine if Apple tried this today, the internet would explode. Maybe next time, they'll preserve history instead of burying it. And who knows, maybe those Lisas are still out there, waiting for a tech archaeologist to dig them up. Could there be a Lisa revival someday? From buried to possibly legendary. It's a story worth telling, but man, what a waste.